Standard 9, Chapter 5, Science, Chapter 5, Fundamental Unit of Life is the chapter's name. We studied about cells, we studied about unicellular, multicellular organism, scientist name. Then we studied about cell is made up of structures. Okay, we studied about three basic features of the cell: plasma membrane, nucleus. Okay, and we studied about plasma membrane, selective permeable membrane, cell wall made up of cellulose. Then we studied about nucleus. Okay, if nucleus, well developed nucleus is present, the cell is called eukaryotic. Okay, and in the nucleus we studied about DNA, the genetic material. Okay, chromosomes, cytoplasm. Then we studied about yesterday we studied about organelles, cell organelles. Very first it was endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, there are two: rough endoplasmic and smooth endoplasmic. On the rough endoplasmic there are ribosomes. Ribosomes produce proteins. Okay, and endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the transportation of proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in manufacture of fat molecules. Then another cell organelle we studied yesterday was Golgi bodies. Okay, same like cistern structure, cisterns, stacked. Okay, main function: storage of protein and transportation, packaging. Then the third cell organelle was lysosomes. Okay, lysosomes has an enzymes, digestive enzymes. Okay, which digest the organic materials. Okay, fine. Another lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags. Okay, then mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. It produces energy for the cell. Mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosomes. Okay, fine. So they also produce their own proteins. Then we studied plastids. What are plastids? There are two types: chromoplastids and chloroplastids. Okay, fine. Leucoplast and chromoplast. Chromoplastids, in that we studied chlorophyll containing, they are called as chloroplast, and they are present in only plant cell. Okay. Then we studied about vacuoles. Vacuoles are storage sacs for solid and liquid contents, and vacuoles are small size in animal cell, while in the plant cells have very large vacuoles. Okay, and in the plant cell, vacuoles are full of cell sap. So this was in our last content. Today we'll start with something called cell division, and I think this will be the last topic which we'll cover. Fine? Okay. Okay. Cell division. So see, when the new cells are formed in organism to grow, you have to replace old, dead and injured cells and to form gametes required for reproduction. The process by which the cells are made is called cell division. And there are mainly two types of cell division. Please remember these two words: mitosis and meiosis. This is the another important question. We have studied up till now differences between plant cell, animal cell, prokaryotic, eukaryotic, and now we are going to study the difference between mitosis and meiosis. The process of cell division by which most of the cells divide for growth is called mitosis. What happens in this? In this, each cell, that is the mother cell, divides to form two identical daughter cells. You can see there are four chromosomes in this. Okay, you can see I have highlighted. Okay, there are four chromosomes in it, and it divides, and then there are two daughter cells are formed. And in the two daughter cells also there are how many chromosomes? One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. So two identical daughter cells. The daughter cells have the same number of chromosome as the mother cells. And this type, it helps in growth and repair of tissue. And this type of cell division is known as mitosis. What is it called? Mitosis. mitosis. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Yes or no? Okay. So this is mitosis. Now specific cells of reproductive organs, that is tissues in animals and plants, divide to form gametes. Okay, now just these words will be somewhat new for you. There are gametes. Okay, male gamete and female gamete. We'll study in the later chapters, but at present you understand that when this type of gametes are formed, there is a cell division taking place. And this type of gametes, the cell division which takes place in this type of gametes, okay, to give rise to offsprings, they divide by different process called meiosis. This is it, meiosis. Okay, you can see the meiotic division. What was in mitosis? Mitosis, the mother cell was divided into two daughter cells, and each two daughter cell had how many chromosomes? Four chromosomes. And in meiosis, you will find the mother cell divides into two daughter cells, and the two daughter cells has how many chromosomes? Two chromosomes, that is half number of chromosome. If the mother cell has four, then two chromosomes are there. So that happens in us. So see, when we in human beings, when we'll study that chapter of reproduction, we'll study that we have received some chromosomes from mother and one from father. Okay, so we have total 46 pairs of chromosomes. We'll study in detail about it. But so why we have 46, then 23 are of mother and 23 of our father? Because during the gamete formation, gametes, what are these gametes? These are genetics, okay, genetical gametes which are required for fertilization. There are male gametes and female gametes. They fertilize and then they developed into embryo. In human being it is. But at present we are not studying that. We are studying cell division. There are two types. One is mitosis, another one is meiosis. Mitosis is mainly taking place for growth and replacement of the old cells, while meiotic division takes place mainly for the gametes or in the reproductive types of cell division. Fine. In reproductive organs. In mitosis, the number of chromosomes in the mother cell and the daughter cell are in equal in number, while in the meiosis, the number of chromosomes, okay, in the daughter cell are half the number of mother cell. So this way the cell division takes place. We studied two names of the cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Okay, so just we have come to the conclusion of the chapter. And what have we learned in this chapter? So we have learned, I will just read it out and then I'll end this session. Okay, the fundamental organization unit of life is the cell. Very first we studied. Second one, cells are enclosed by plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is made up of lipids and protein. Cell membrane is an active part of the cell. It regulates the movement between the ordered interior of the cell and the outer environment. So plasma membrane is also known as selective permeable membrane, you remember. In plant cell, a cell wall mainly of cellulose, okay, and it is found only in the outside the plant cell, okay, cell wall. Animal cell doesn't have. The presence of the cell wall enables the cell of the plants, fungi, and bacteria to exist in hypotonic media. I think you know there were three mediums we studied: hypotonic, isotonic, and hypertonic. Okay, fine. The nucleus in eukaryotes separates from the cytoplasm by double layer membrane, and it directs the life process of the cell. Endoplasmic passageway for intracellular transport and manufacturing surface. What manufacturing surface? Proteins. Who produces? Ribosomes. Golgi apparatus, storage, modification, and packaging. And most plant cells have large membranes organelles called plastids. They are chromoplasts and leucoplasts. Chromoplasts that contain chlorophyll are called as chloroplast, and they perform photosynthesis, and they are present only in plant cells. Then the primary function of leucoplast is storage. This is another type of plastids. Most mature plant cells have a large central vacuole, okay, to have the turgidity of the cell. Prokaryotic cells have no membrane bound organelles, okay, and the chromosome of only nucleic acid, they have only very small ribosomes as organelles. And cell in the organisms divide by two methods, okay. For replacing dead cell, it is mitotic division. For forming gametes, it is meiotic division. So this was all about chapter 5 of science.